Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video, we are going to see the top 10 VS Code extensions that you can use in 2021 to make your web development coding life much easier. So if you guys are not a big fan of VS Code, if you're watching this video, obviously you're a fan of VS Code. But if some of you are using Atom already and you want to find out the top 10 extensions that you can use in Atom, so click on the I button that you see on the screen right now, or click on the link in description. You can also watch that video where I've created a detailed video about the top 10 Atom extensions for web development in 2021. So moving on with this video, VS Code is one of the best. What one of the best? It is the best code editor that is there out right now. Okay, it is better than all other text editors combined because it provides you so many features that in other text editors you have to install externally with the help of extensions. Okay, I cannot name the features, but there are many. Trust me guys, there are many. Okay, so let's see what those features are in VS Code. But there are a few features that we need externally in VS Code also. So that is what we're going to see in this video. And at the end of this video, you'll have a VS Code that you can easily customize, that will be easier to use, which will improve your productivity, which will help you to code faster and for longer time, because it will be better than your boring normally that you use text editors. It will be better than that. So getting started, this is the screen that you see in front of you after you install VS Code, and there are three ways to install an extension. We're going to choose the easier one. You can see the last option over here, 4 blocks. You can click here. These are all the extensions that are there. Now I use all of the extensions that I'm going to suggest today, and it is not a ranking video, it is just a video in which I'm going to tell you about the extensions that are very helpful. Now I might miss a few extensions, and if you guys know about such extensions, make sure you write in the comment section that if I missed any important extensions. Okay, so let's go back here, and to install an extension, what you have to do is simply search for it in the marketplace and you can find it easily. Okay, so first extension that we have is auto close. Okay, this is the first extension that we have, so it goes auto close. Okay, and this is the one that we see, auto close tag. Sorry, it is auto rename, not close, auto rename. This is the first tag that we have, extension that we have. So what this auto rename tag does is, if you want to change the name of one tag, it also changes the name of the other tag that is there at the end. So let me just quickly disable this. Let's reload VS Code. Now this might take some time, because if you want to see what it actually does is, so again we are in the marketplace and we searched for auto rename. Okay, this is the one that we have, and here without auto rename, what will I do is I'll change the name of this div to section. Now if I'm changing this to section, keep in mind I have to change this end tag also to section back. Okay, this is what I have to do. But let's just enable this extension. Again, it is enabled now. Now if I change this section to div, you can see I don't have to change the end tag anymore. It does it on its own. So it's pretty helpful when you're going through your code and you want to make a few changes to your tags, so such as h1 and h3 and OLs and ULs and whatnot. So this is very helpful. It saves a lot of time because you have to go into each and every tag. You have to find where it open, find where it close. It's very hectic. So this is a wonderful tag. The second one that we have on the list is called as color highlights. Okay, so what this does is, okay, this is the one, 2.6 million downloads and 4.5 stars. So what this does is, whatever color that you use, suppose if I have a style sheet over here, let's see this styles.css, and now I have applied colors in this style sheet. Okay, you can see over here I've applied this color, then in the further along the video also I've applied a few colors. So here you can see this I've applied. Even if you try to apply a color right now, let's go over here and inside this HTML I just add in color tag and I'll just write whatever comes to my mind, A, B, F, D. So you can see if I don't have this extension, it will just be random code, but with the help of this extensions I can actually see the color, how it looks. So I can even create my own random color and see how it looks. Okay, so I'll just write AB1 to F. So this is how it will look. So this is another helpful tool which helps us to know what color we are using, or what color is there, it highlights it, whatever we write in hex codes or RGBA value which we could possibly not remember. So again, this is very helpful. Moving on to the third one that we have is called as live server. Okay, live server over here, 12 million downloads by Ritvik Day. Okay, so what this does is, now let me just open this in the browser. So this is what it looks like right now. Okay, this is the site. It's just a basic site that I was just making. So if I want to change the text here right now, what I'll do is I'll go here and I'll just write hello over here, and if I go back to the browser, you can see now that the text has been changed to hello, like without even refreshing. If you want to check it out, I'll just pin it over here, and if I make changes right here again, I'll change it to what it was. You can see just in split second it refreshes on its own and the text is right there. So you can constantly see the changes that you're making simultaneously as you make it. Okay, so this is another helpful extension, which is live server. Okay, same, we have live Sass compiler. So Sass is super awesome style sheet. So if you guys don't know Sass, I suggest that you should learn it because it is a CSS preprocessor, and this is what I've used in my site also. Okay, so I have written my website in Sass. You can see SCSS, 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 and what this does is it compiles your Sass code into one CSS file. Okay, this is a CSS file that was compiled out of this 3-4 CSS files that I have, and it checks for any errors into your Sass files. Okay, so this is another helpful live Sass compiler extensions. So now we're done with 4. Moving on to the fifth one. On the fifth position we have Prettier. So Prettier is basically 12.6 million downloads and 3.5 stars. So Prettier is basically a code formatter. So right now you can format all of these languages. This language support is there and it will keep on increasing. Okay, so what it does is, now suppose I'm here and let me just disrupt the indentation that is there. Okay, the indentation that is there, let me just disrupt it. So indentation basically means that you have to recognize the children and the parent elements, and you have to make them so that they are easily understandable, easily readable when another developer tries to go through your code, and it should not be shady or it should not be shabby, you know. So it should be properly formatted. So I'm just going to disrupt this a little bit more, and because of Prettier, whenever I try to save it, Control S, whenever I Control S, you can see now that the code tries to go back to its position. Let me just try it again. Okay, is this enabled? Yeah, let's try it once again. I'll close this. Let's open it, and now I guess we can't do it with this. Let's try to remove this, and we have done H2 and H3 we have separated, so we can't do that. I went inside the brackets, I'm sorry. Okay, now let's try to save it. There's still some error. Let me find out what the error is. Okay, the div here. Have we done anything more? Now let's try. Yeah, now if you can see again, I'll show you. I move it right here, I move it here, I move it here, and this code looks shabby. If your whole code is shabby like this, if someone tries to go through your code, it will be a hard time. So what you have to do is Control S and all will be indented according to the hierarchical level that it follows. So you can see body is the important tag, then we have main, header, navigation. So from one parent element to its children element, so it ends here. So you can see this is the indentation that is follows. So you can do that using Prettier with simply one button click, that is Control S. Okay, moving on to the next one that we have is called as CSS Peak. So this is another important one. So what it allows you to do, again, 1.8 million downloads and 3.5 stars. So we are in HTML now, and I have styled this class, and without going into CSS, I want to find out what style I have given to this class. So what you have to do is press the control button and hover over this active class. So you can see it tells us that click to show two definitions. So I'll just click over here, and you can see I can directly see the CSS that I have applied to it without even going into CSS file. I can do it again for this nav list over here. So I'll just click, I'll just control and I'll just hover over this. You can see I can go into any class that I want here, this intro class, and I'll have the intro class completely in front of myself. I can even make the changes here and the changes will be applied to my CSS file. Okay, so we saw CSS peak. The next one that we have to make our VS Code visually good now. Okay, so we have something called as material theme. Okay, this is the one, 124K and 5 stars. So this is the one. We also have this one, community material theme. So you can use both of them. So just go here and set, you can click on install and then you can set color theme. So you can choose between all of this. So you have material ocean, material pale night, material high contrast, material lighter high contrast, pale night, and then darker high contrast, and then the normal material theme. Okay, so this makes your text letter look good. You can choose between many options that are there. You can even choose the colors. Then you also have community material theme. You have community dark, community pale night, and then community lighter, community material theme. So this is actually just one extension, just a different name, community version and then the normal version. And then the next one that we have is material icon theme, that is right there. Okay, so let's just remove this and you can see that I have already installed this material icon theme. Now what this actually does, so see here. Now let me just disable it once. Let's disable it, let's reload it. Now if you check out my files, you can see now pretty dull icon themes are there for HTML, CSS and Sass, and for different files that I create. So they are pretty dull. But as soon as I enable this extension, which is material theme icons, sorry, no, it was different, this one, material icon theme, if I just enable them, and now if I check my icons, you can see now that they look much better and everyone is distinguishable. So CSS3 has this 3 logo, HTML5 has this 5 logo, Sass looks nice. If you create Python files, then it'll have a special logo for Python and every file. So it also makes your VS Code looks visually good. So now we are done with 9 extensions, I guess. Moving on to the last one that we have. Now this was because many developers shifted from Sublime, and Sublime had this feature initially, because I use Sublime, so I know that Sublime had this feature and VS Code did not have. So we are going to see something called as toggle column selector. Yeah, one extra E, but yeah, okay. Toggle column selector with 58K downloads and 5 stars. So what it allows you to do is, now suppose if you're adding a class to a particular element and you have 3 to 5 elements that have same class name. Okay, so what you have to do is either you can copy paste, or what you can do is you can, suppose if I have this over here and I want to make changes to it. So what I'll do is Control Shift, I'll just first select it with shifts. So I'll go here, I'll click on shift and then I'll move down, I'll select 3-4 lines over here, and what I'll do is Control Shift I. So now you can see is a toggle column has been selected, and whatever I add over here will be added to 4 of them. So this was very helpful in many cases when you want to type out the same thing, same class, same IDs, or you have to create LIs and ULs and whatnot. You can use this. It's very helpful. Okay, so this was the toggle column selection, which was there initially in Sublime and now it is also present in VS Code. So I'm also going to give you a little bit. Okay, this was the 9th one. Now the last one that we have is called as live share. You can see we have this from Microsoft. It has 4.8 million downloads and 4.5 stars. So VS Code originally is developed by Microsoft. So this is also developed by Microsoft, which helps us to share our code with our fellow developers. Once you install this, it will be a live share. Means someone who has access with this live share, you can share it with your friends, and he can also make changes to your code from his laptop or from his PC. So this is what live share does. So I have not actually enabled this because I used to use teletype in Atom, which is similar which is similar to live share. But you can see this is the link that is shared, and after the developer joins this link, he can make changes to your code. Okay. So when you're coding in group sessions, this can be very helpful. You can see participants and everything is shown, and what changes they are making, everything that is there. Okay, so this was the 10th extension that we have. So let's just quickly recap whatever extensions that we saw. So first we saw auto close tag, which is used to close tags when you change the name of the starting tag, the ending tag also changes. Then we have color highlight, that highlights the color that we have used in hex code or RGBA. Then we saw material theme, which allows us to use amazing themes in our VS Code. Then we also have seen CSS Peek, which helps us to see all of these classes that are there inside this. Okay. Then we saw live Sass compiler, which helps convert Sass or SCSS to CSS in real time. Okay, then we saw live server to see the changes that we are doing in our HTML live. As soon as we make the changes, it is there in the browser. Then we saw these icons that can provide us with different icons. You can see over here, and amazing looking icons. Then we saw this material theme. Then we saw prettier, which makes our code formatting much easier. We also saw toggle column selectors. Now we have style lint plus, and then I've also used another such as ESLint and EJS language support, and also many other things that I have used. But I think the 10 extensions that I told were most commonly used by people and are, you know, quite important when it comes to coding in VS Code, which makes it very easier. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this extensions, and if you guys had a good time using the extensions, make sure you mention it in the comment section. Again, if I forgot any important extension, make sure you mention that name also in the extension comment section, so that I can make another video on that one itself. And if you guys have any suggestion for me, if you didn't understand anything in this video, make sure you write in the comment section. If you had fun, good time watching this video, make sure you like it. Make sure you subscribe, because if you subscribe and like my YouTube channel, it makes me motivated. It helps me to motivate myself to make more amazing content for you guys. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.